Phemus. He is a slow magical tank. I think I really underestimated him originally. He's very easy to get, and a lot of times that means that the character isn't as good, although there are some stark contrasts to that statement, Chief Nubnub being one of them. I can say he really has a lot of early levels that you can get a hold of him. We'll take a look at his abilities that are interesting here in a minute. Let's look at his stats. He's got Turn a Blind Eye. This is fairly uncommon, so it happens quite a bit that especially in dungeon raiding, there'll be a tank on the other side, and they'll taunt and make it really hard to finish off some of the weaker characters. And this would be a great ability, a great trait to have, so that you could just finish off low health characters on the other team. Not as critical probably for campaign, where you're gonna probably just wear out all the enemies anyway. Magical, so he takes less damage from magical attacks. And slow. His attack is decent. His defense is medium, probably, but he does have quite a bit of health. And then the resistances you would expect. Earthquake. So when I first saw this is melee spirit attack for a significant amount of damage. This is only level 5, that's quite a bit of damage. And it says it hits all enemies and allies. And I thought, well, that's terrible. Why would I want to hit myself with an attack? That sounds like a terrible idea. And it is a terrible idea, except it does only a tiny amount of damage to the allies. So whoever's on your team, when I used this, it did fairly massive damage, even at this low level, to the enemies, and did like 20 damage each to my characters. So that was exciting to see. It's much more useful than this description would have you know. His next ascension is Hearty Taunt, which is great for a tank. So he could, unfortunately, again, ideally for me, it would be great if he had an ability that would further protect the team when his taunt's not up, if there was something that increased defense or something like that. But that attack is actually pretty high. One of the best places that you can use him is to finish the first epic boss. So if you can make an all nature-based team and take out King Kong, you can do it really early. Level probably 15 would be fine. I've got a video up doing it with level 15 and 16 players with Willow and with Phemus and Chief Nubnub. So all those characters you can have very early, and then it's pretty easy to get through that boss. So that's another great benefit for him. I'm not actually leveling him any higher than that right now, but that Earthquake spell is actually much better than you'd expect it to be. So that's my quick summary for Phemus. Probably wouldn't use him much further, but is very helpful to get through that first epic boss.